Hey everybody, happy World Carnivore Month. Today Michael and I are making deviled eggs and we wanted to take you along for the process. So we're going to start out by boiling 10 eggs.
When we get a rolling boil, all we're going to do is set a timer for 10 minutes, and once that 10 minutes is over, we take it off the heat, let it come to room temp, and then we will have our boiled eggs.
Then we remove the shells by running them under cold water.
We usually top our deviled eggs with some bacon. I don't feel like using a skillet or using the air fryer, so we're going to go 3 minutes per side, and we're going to flip them. Put a paper towel over this, but it should cook the bacon very crispy. Okay, so you see, I like my bacon crispy. That's 6 minutes right there, and it's going to be very crispy, and this plate is very hot, so I'm going to use a pot holder to get this out of the microwave. Okay, so for our toppings today, we're going to separate our eggs, put all the yolks in our mixing bowl first, and then our second ingredient is going to be mustard to mix into a paste. Let's use a paste. Again, no mayo here. We're actually going to use our sour cream as our mayo today, which means I need a little bit of vinegar, because when you make your mayonnaise, you make it with egg yolks and vinegar. So I'm going to use a little bit of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lemon juice to take the acidity away. And then here is the kicker. Regardless if you're making keto, regular, or carnivore types of deviled eggs, you want just a touch of sweetness. Julie and I love Mike's Hot Honey. I like a little bit of heat. We have bacon we're going to top them with. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of the honey in our mixture. You also use relish in the tradition of making a filling for your deviled eggs. Not us. I actually love this brand of pickles. I'm going to use, again, just about a tablespoon. This is infused with some jalapenos and some garlic. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of the juice only. I don't like relish in my eggs. And then again, our typical seasonings of our paprika, a little bit of cayenne, and a good old salt. All right, very important, a fork for your yolks first. I have made the mistake of adding all of my ingredients before breaking my yolk up, and it's much harder to mix together. And again, consistency is important here. When we get the yolk to about this size, see how we have crumbles? We're going to move on and start adding our wet ingredients. So the first thing we're going to do is add our mustard. I'm going to say 1/4 cup of mustard right now. I will continually watch the consistency as I add the other ingredients, because remember, we have a few things that are completely liquid here. Our semi-solids are really only mustard, our egg yolk, and our sour cream. So about 1/4 cup is where we're going to start. And I'm going to mix each time I add something instead of mixing 3 or 4 things at once. This first time is going to be tough, because here's what it's going to look like. Sour cream is going to be next. This is what we want it to be, how it's starting to gather. We don't need it to be any thinner than this right now, okay? So leave this where it is. We're going to do about an even mixture. So about 1/4 cup of your sour cream as well. Now it's going to leave itself to change consistency. Once again, that's what we want it to be. We want it to be a thick cake batter-like consistency. I'm going teaspoon here first of our vinegar. We're going to have equal right now. 1 teaspoon of vinegar and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. If you do anything other than 1-to-1, lemon juice might take another teaspoon. We won't know that just yet. Slowly here with this one. And again, you can see all we've done is got a little bit of a shine to it. It's not gotten much thinner. This is exactly what we want today. Stop the mixture there. We're gonna go pickle juice. Pickle juice, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of the pickle juice. Honey, 1 tablespoon. We like Mike's. If you don't do Mike's, anything that you can be sure is 100% organic. That might have just gotten over the threshold of too thin. Next is going to be seasonings. I can't tell you how much salt. We're going to salt a little bit, taste. Salt again if we need to. Paprika, I can tell you about 1/2 teaspoon. So a couple of good shakes. Cayenne, Jules does not like hers too hot. So a couple half shakes are good, I think, for her. That tastes really good. Gosh, it's just a little thinner than what I thought it was going to be, which is unfortunate. That happens sometimes. I might add just a bit more sour cream to it. Let's add another tablespoon. Refrigerating this for a little bit will also help. I don't know if that got any thicker or not.
It's tough without mayonnaise.
It is. I really like it though. I may stick this in the fridge, see if it'll come together a little bit more. This is looking like our honey mustard recipe almost. But this tastes very good. I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with the way it's seasoned. Let's just figure out how to get it into the eggs. All right, so again, piping bags we don't really use, although we have. I like to take sandwich bag, put my finger in one point, run it down into a container. This size cup is perfect for us. Our material is going to go in here, so our filling will go in, and then I will tighten it off, cut a hole in the bottom just like you would with a piping bag. Here's what we're going to serve it on. This is for 15 eggs, but we made 20, so we put some in the middle. We're going to top them with bacon whenever we finish. Started out so well.
I'll put that in the title. They came out way too runny.
Where we think we went wrong was with the vinegar and the lemon juice. Those do really make the deviled eggs taste really good, but it can make the mixture just a little bit too runny. The sour cream wasn't as thick as mayo would have been, and the vinegar and lemon juice probably broke the dairy down into a liquid a little bit too much. So if you're making these, I would suggest maybe skip that part.
Okay, so we're going to top them with a little bit of paprika. Thank goodness we're not serving these to anybody else but Julie and I.
We got a little heavy-handed with the liquids here. They came out very liquidy, but learn from our mistake and maybe put a smidge less.
And then for our bacon, I mean, you can go as large as this.
All right, they turned out a little runnier than we thought. We've already talked about that.
That's my bad.
This usually happens when we make eggs. We haven't quite got it down pat, but I tell you, they taste exactly like they would if they were just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But we do make these deviled eggs pretty regularly. We love topping them with bacon, and sometimes we even put a little jalapeno on there too. They're delicious, and we love them. I hope you make them and try them, and if you do, let us know what you think.
And a little bit of a twist. I use the exact same procedure. Let's use those words. When I'm making egg salad, I will boil the same amount of eggs and add the same ingredients, and I like it that way as well. You can serve it warm or cold, with or without the bacon. I think they're great. I apologize for the consistency, but otherwise I promise you they're going to taste good. You're going to like them.
I can usually eat about 6 to 8 of these all in one sitting and call that a meal, so I'm very excited about these. All right, guys, if you make these, let us know. I would love to hear from you. Happy World Carnivore Month. I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you another day in another video. Bye, guys.